Hello, my plastic pumpkin posse. Welcome to another episode of the Spooky Roundtable. And I am here with one of the loves of my life. I pulled her over from a Pretty Killer podcast. She's a very busy little beaver, but somehow I got her to come here so we could talk Halloween Horror Nights. It's our annual tradition. Please welcome one of my besties, Jordana.
Hi, babe. Hello, plastic pumpkins.
I always fuck it up too. I'm always like, "Hello, my pumpkin posse of plastics," and I don't know.
The tongue twister, but I am so happy that we are recording together, and I'm so happy that we're talking HHN because it's soon.
It's our annual tradition. We do this. I always say, I come out of like my cave and I come out and I'll do these like episodes. Like I know you have things planned on yours. We get together for this. This is literally our Christmas. So
yeah, our thing.
So what we're going to do is we're going to simplify this. We're going to make this a fun episode. And I will always say, and I start every single episode with, our opinions are subjective. We are not saying that our opinions are biblical. I mean, hey, if you want to follow the same way, cool. But we are kind of putting our predictions as to what's coming up. Halloween Horror Nights in Orlando opens in 10 days. So we're putting our predictions into what we think. Again, think is going to be top tier top tier attraction, or maybe it's not going to be that good. Now, the reason why we're doing this is actually for science. That's what we said before. This is for science because every year we tend to eat our words. So we're like, wouldn't it be funny if we actually put out there publicly like pieces of shit, like what we're like, this is going to suck, and then it ends up being something epic, or vice versa, where we're so excited and then we're like,
Insidious for me.
Listen, Insidious is a whole other conversation.
I know, and I'm still very angry about it because I wanted to shit my pants at that house, and literally we got one lipstick demon. That was it.
There were so many of them. Every other person got the entire Universal staff coming after them. You're the one human being that I know that's just like, nothing happened.
And you can clock Greg and Roz because they will both tell you, because they were just like, that a girl fell in front of us. A girl was like on the ground, and we were like, what did we miss? Because we are not on the ground.
Anyway. You got a shitty pulse. It's okay. But that's why this is for science. And please don't take it as we are going to hate these attractions. We hate the performers. We are the complete opposite. We are so excited just to be there. Even the bottom of the list is still going to be us having a great time, an amazing time. So please don't use this as some sort of like, our content is hate-based. It's really not. I mean, we'll throw some shade because that's what I do. I'll be the, whatever. But it's for fun. We're doing fun things. Yay, internet.
It is. And this is fun to me. And I just told you before we came on, I really haven't like did my research. Remember when we first started and I knew like every detail, and that's how we were like, oh, this is together, like we connected. This year I'm doing the whole I don't want to know.
Same. But I think this year, I don't know, I don't want to say that I feel like I've outgrown HHN a little bit, like, because every year is consistent, like we'll go, but this is the one year where I'm kind of like, oh, okay, that's cool. Okay, that's cool. Like, I don't know if the romanticism for me is a little dead. I don't know, or maybe the houses aren't as great. I don't know. Yep. Or maybe I just want to be surprised. Maybe it's just one of those experiences where it's like, once I'm there, I know I'm going to have a good time, so I don't even get excited. Because I'll be excited there. I'll be excited there. Like, I'm like,
ready to go. And that's how I am. And then I see the lines of people and I'm like, I should have just stayed home and watched the videos. No, I'm just kidding.
That's literally, I think every year we do that. We're like, why'd we come here? And then it's like, but this was the best time of our lives. So we're going to do a tier list. It's really popular. You have your from, the superior down to the D list, if you will. And again, no house is a horrible house. We say that every single year, and that applies to this. So, ladies and gentlemen, here is our first annual list of wonder. Yes, it was free and it was off the internet, so please, it's not the prettiest imagery, but you guys are going to get the point. You get the point.
Yes.
So we're going to start, we're going to start with Fallout. We're going to see where we're going to place it, because let's get scandalous now, because I know you and I may have an opinion or two about this.
Oh, yes. I'm waiting for this one. I have been waiting for this one.
So here we go. Fallout. We'll give you the quick synopsis that is posted online, but face your fears in post-apocalyptic post-apocalyptic LA devastated by nuclear war. Based on the TV show Fallout, you'll travel into the vaults and be attacked by raiders alongside Lucy. You'll escape to the wasteland of Philly and confront the formidable bounty hunter, the Ghoul. Hey, bitch, I'm here. I'm in the fucking attraction. I love this.
I know.
I was hired. They didn't even tell me. I love that. You'll even encounter Maximus with the Brotherhood of Steel and CT-60 power armor. For the record, I don't have a fucking clue with any of that said.
That is all like foreign to me. I have no idea what any of this is at all.
I don't. And obviously I know Fallout being the video game, which then transpired into the show. Fallout is a game, well, starting from the game perspective, obviously this is more based on the show. Fallout is one of those games that all my friends try to get me to play, and I just really wasn't like digging it. I tried it. It wasn't my cup of tea. So now we're doing the show, which is, I'm like, okay, I know nothing. I will be very honest. For me, this is kind of on the very low tier because I have no connection to anything with this one. But like you and I say, we tend to go in and it might be super cool, might be super scary. If you've ever seen the kind of game, it's like end of times type vibes, so it does have potential. What are your thoughts? What's your connection to this?
Okay, so I have little to no connection in the video game realm in that sense, but we did attempt to watch it.
Oh, you did?
And yeah, but the thing for me was it didn't hit for me. It didn't catch my attention. The first episode was kind of like, because it sets the tone of like what happened, like the explosion and everything. So that was kind of, a big deal. But as the show went on, I kind of lost interest. And I don't see the show very horror like. And I always hear that the video game is more horror driven than the show. So I'm asking the question, why are we not doing the video game to the show? So it's not connecting for me. And I'm going to agree with you. And that's very low tier for me. Just because I just have little to no interest in it.
Same. And you and I had talked about this before. We said like, I love that they're doing video games. Like, I love that. I know eventually they'll probably do like a Dead by Daylight, which is very, very popular. Obviously we have another, a house we'll be talking about, which is also based on a video game. I would have loved to have seen, as irrelevant as it is, a game like Left 4 Dead. I would have liked to have seen Until Dawn, not the fucking movie though.
Because that's nothing like the video game.
That's another story.
Yeah.
That is F tier if that was the case. But for now, we're gonna place it, and we can move this. We can manipulate the system if we will. We're gonna put this over at D for now. I know. Please don't yell at me, people. It's just a placeholder. Maybe we'll move it. I don't.
And also too, like, that our favorites, some people are gonna be like, I'm not even excited for that. So you know what I mean? Like, it's give and take. But again, I will go into this with an open mind because. Same. What house was it? The one year we went through Blumhouse?
Yes.
Freaky and
Black Phone.
Yes. And I was like, and Happy Death Day. Remember, it was like the 3 that you walk through?
Yeah.
That was the scariest house. Roz and I were like, oh my God, like holy fuck. That was that one house that we ran because we were getting scares from every angle, which surprised me. So you never know.
I only loved that house because of Black Phone. I definitely had walked through the Freaky. Is it Freaky Friday? No.
Was it? It was Freaky,
not
right?
Freaky Friday. Wait, hold on. Freaky Friday's the one with Jamie Lee Curtis. Hold on.
What's the one with Vince Vaughn?
I think it's Freaky. Look at us. These two biddies don't even fucking know what they're talking about. Whatever.
Something freaky.
So I think it is Freaky or some shit. But anyway, that I passed right through. I think that was like in the beginning of the maze, and I felt like it was like, okay, palate cleanser. Let's get to the good stuff. I hate to say it like that. I don't think I heard anybody who actually was like, that was the best part. No offense to that experience, but Black Phone fucking killed it. So
exactly. But that's to my point is it wasn't like I was like, that's the best house of the night. It just took me by surprise that I was like, oh shit, that they actually had good scares in there.
Yeah. So we'll see. Again, we'll see. Who knows? I mean, this is why we're doing this list, so we can look back and eat our words, and you guys can yell at us and say we have bad taste. Whatever, whichever one comes first.
I'll take it.
The next one we're going to do Jason Universe. Okay, so come face to face with the iconic horror villain Jason Voorhees. Never heard of him. Step into the terrifying world of this silent killer. Flee through the woods and into his sinister shack. enter this summer camp where his gruesome legend begins. Jason is back and nothing can save you now. So, I'll let you start this Jason Universe one.
Okay, so the child in me that Jason, like, you know, sparked a lot of my love for horror.
Mhm.
I'm kind of excited to see him in a horror night fashion because I never went to any of the houses before where there was a Jason. So this is my first experience with a Jason house.
Same.
I'm kind of excited. I'm not gonna lie. I'm hoping that they pull it off, but I'm here for the summer camp aesthetic. I'm here for those vibes. It's just, what are they going to showcase is my issue. That's what I'm focusing on. Is like, what are they going to, because it's the universe. What are you going to do?
So here's the thing with the naming of Jason Universe. So there's a whole legal battle that's been going on. My husband is like wrapped up in that, like he knows all about it because he loved Friday the 13th, the game, and we have a couple of friends that they're so enamored with the lawsuit. So going forward, you're not going to see the verbiage of Friday the 13th mentioned in a lot of stuff. So what happened was to just kind of summarize it, there was a massive legal thing. I think it was between Sean Cunningham and I think what is it, Victor Miller, I believe. And basically the parents got divorced and how the custody of the entity got split, if you will. So Jason Universe, if you will, is the new like, in order for them to carry on the product, it can't be Friday the 13th. That's now owned by one parent, and this is now kind of like, yeah, it's a whole fucking thing. I don't want to speak on what I really don't know in detail. However, the reason why it needed to have like its own name, which by the way, Jason Universe, bro, I
know.
If we can't use Friday the 13th, I get it, but Jason Universe is so like, are we biting off of Marvel? Like, what are we doing here? And it doesn't work.
It to me, that's a very valid point, but I just kind of thought it was like this. I don't want to say like an easy way out, but like I want details of this universe. Like I need to know, like, are we getting video game?
Yeah, it's gonna be everything,
right? Yeah. Are we gonna see like a Jason Takes Manhattan? Because I will literally shit in that house of excitement because that would be amazing. I hope they tap into the more cheesy side of Jason.
I think it's more product based. I don't know if it means going forward that movies are going to have to just be like Jason, you know, eats a salami sandwich. Like, I don't know how they're doing this. I know that the entity itself is like Jason Universe. So like with the merchandise and all this stuff, it's going to be under that umbrella. So them calling it Jason Universe is kind of, it's showing like a universal portfolio of Jason, the character in this house. So for the house perspective, okay, fine, I get it. We're going to kind of get a like a taste of like the most popular kills, if you will. So they've already said like they have the house, excuse me. They have the car, they have like the little buggy car. So we're going into camp. So we're going to Camp Crystal Lake. We're going to Friday the 13th. We can't call it Friday the 13th. So we're just going to get basically a crash course in Jason Voorhees. So I'm not against it.
I'm not either.
I'm just curious how it's going to convey all together, because storytelling wise, if we're mixing many stories, not many stories, many movies into one house, I'm like, does that translate? It'll be great if we did get a fucking Jason Takes Manhattan and we get a scene with the rooftop. I'm not gonna lie, that'd be fucking awesome.
I want that scene in particular, or I would like to have it be like Descendants of Destruction, where it's like a subway and we get Jason like charging you. You know what I mean? Like, you know, the scene where like he's walking through and you're kind of like, I'd love to have like an actor walking this way. You're going to get a jump scare and then we get something in the front. Like I already thought that out.
I would love that. I do love that we get to basically be in the kill scenes of Jason, which is awesome. It's great. I just hate the fucking name, but the name is so much bigger than it being a universal named house. But for me, and then I'll kind of start. It's between like top tier for me in terms of excitement, but I clearly have a little bit of doubt that I feel right now comfortable putting it at A. What do you think?
Let's do A, because I am equally excited, because I just feel like we've gotten like a mix of themes in the past years, and this one seems very like slash heavy, and you know that I'm not going to be upset with that. So I'm kind of like I'm digging the vibes. I'm liking all the mingling together of the houses. So A is perfect for me.
I also love that it's going to be like a buffet of Jason. You know, it's like, I'm
No.
going to pick on this, I'm going to pick on that. I mean, it could be executed amazingly. Now, mind you, like, and you and I both know we're big Friday the 13th fans, so
Mhm.
I know that it's a little weird. I'm not putting it at S. I think there's just a little bit of doubt of it binding together. That's all.
Yeah.
That's my current little like.
And you never know. It could be executed top tier, or we
Right.
could just get like a clusterfuck of things that we don't understand, or maybe like
Correct.
they kind of highlight other things that aren't super important to us, and we're
Yes.
just like, oh, and then that'll be like the left out kid syndrome. I'll be like, well, where the fuck's, if they do like a New Blood and they do a 3, where's Jason Takes Manhattan, where's Jason goes
Right.
to space, you know what I mean? Like,
Oh man,
so
I mean, like, if you opt to do fucking that kill and Jason Goes to Space is fucking brilliant, but I'm like, if you're gonna opt for shittier kills, then kill, like, if you don't do the I almost said beanbag, if you don't do the camping
sleeping.
bag tent, the sleeping bag, if you don't do that and you choose to do some like random one that nobody get, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck? Choices, y'all had choices.
And then you put me on the panel of HHN, and I'll tell you what to highlight because
Hire us. We say that every year. Hire us.
literally, as you're saying that, all these scenes are flooding my head of kills that I would just absolutely
Mm-hmm.
pass out to if I saw them. You know what I mean? Like when I saw the Halloween car, when I saw the Smiths Grove by the fence, when we
Yep.
did, just seeing that, I was almost in a coma. I was just like, oh,
Someone has already captured some of the like the front of the house, if you
Mhm.
will. So like the car and the buggy, I think it's like the buggy car.
Oh.
So they've already like show the little, it's like you're getting onto like the pier, if you will. So there is some touches where I'm like, oh, we're going into Camp Crystal Lake. I hope that there's so many touches of Camp Crystal Lake. I'm assuming they can use it. We just can't call it that, but
Mhm.
I'm excited. I'm excited. I just, again, it's the melding of the stories.
Yep.
I just don't want it to be too far off of like one room is this kill, next room is that kill, next room, and then it's just kind of like, all right, this is fucking weird. It's a carousel that just kind of like doesn't blend. I like a good flow, a nice flow.
Cohesion.
Yes.
Cohesion is key. Yes, I'm with you, babe.
If you hear
Definitely.
loud noises, my cat is doing some weird aerobics, so I'm sorry in advance to everybody.
That I hope that she keeps doing it because I ate gumbo and I'm literally eating my words of it's not spicy. So
We're all dancing here.
yeah, it's a great time. It truly is a great time.
Great time, 10 out of 10. All right, I'm gonna skip around because obviously there's certain ones I want to hang on to.
I was just gonna say, speaking of 10 out of 10.
Yeah, we're gonna too easy. We're gonna skip around.
Yeah.
We're gonna go to a non-IP. We'll switch it up a little bit. Hatchet and Chains, Demon Bounty Hunters. Okay. In this old west town, all hell's breaking loose. Masses of red-hot lava demons are crawling out of hell's well and trying to possess everyone, melting everything in their path. As you flee from the post office to the bank, to the prison, to the graveyard, your only hope is Hatchet and Chains with their arsenal of mystical weapons. So, if you guys, you folks, you two people probably watching my channel, you would know that it was in Slaughter Cinema. I think, was it last year or the year before? I'm so confused with life.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a poster. I think actually it wasn't just a poster, it was like a really small portion of that house. I will say, out of all the options of them picking something to do a house, this is probably one that I did not connect. I'd rather it have been the mummy stripper before I would have done this one personally.
I was banking on that. I'm like, please give us something from that house, either the punk rock, the zombies, or the sharks.
Oh my, well, the shark to me was like a fucking given. Like, I absolutely would have lost my mind. I would have loved for them to do that, but I knew that was probably not going to be a thing.
Right.
But this one is a little weird, but I'm like, well, you know what? It does have the potential for getting into some like deep storytelling, and we know with HHN they love to like go down a deep rabbit hole. So I do like the concept. So basically it's like it's lava demons. Like I said, it wouldn't be my first pick in terms of the storytelling, and I think that this does have a lot of potential imagery wise. So I'm like, okay, this is cool, it's exciting. For me, and I'll just summarize this quick, I'm gonna say for me, this is at a C tier right now.
Okay. I think that's fair to say because, okay, I will show my hand right now.
Okay.
With saying this. I'm really excited for the original IPs because I
Yeah.
there's something about every single one that I read and I'm like, ooh, and then I found out like some more stuff, which we'll get to when we talk about it. But
Ooh.
yes, this house, yes, in Slaughter Cinema, but there was a house when Greg and I went to HHN in 2016, and it was like a Western type deal.
Okay.
And it kind of like has these vibes, even though I know it's not connected, but I just feel like the way that they told that story, it was very scary. Like
I was gonna say,
really
did you like it? Like, what was the experience?
loved it because I felt like there was two original IPs that we gravitated towards, we had experiences with, and it was this house, and it was, oh my, did you go in 2016?
I don't think so. I think we only started, I think 17 we might have started, honestly.
Okay, because 16 was like Halloween 2, Texas Chainsaw, like all these ones.
I didn't get that experience. I'm so jealous of that, honestly.
The Exorcist, like that year
Jealous.
was a fucking banger. But that house, and there was one where like it was like catacombs. And I held a young girl in the hand because we like kind of grouped together, we synced, but we were so smushed in and we were like screaming, and Greg was holding my hand in the back. We all were terrified. Like it was such a good house. So this gives me a sense of hope. Like this house is going to be great with storytelling. I like the lava people. I think it's going to be good. So this isn't my favorite out of the IPs or the original. So I'm going to go with, I like C. I feel like C is
You're okay with C. Now we can move this. So once we're done, so we'll put what the hell did I say? Where are you? Look at me like staring. Oh, there you are. We'll put you at C. Okay, so far we're filling up the slots. We're not doing this on purpose. We're just picking and choosing as it goes. Let's do another one. I'm probably gonna butcher the fucking name of this one, but it's either Gulkin or Galkin. I don't.
Ooh, Galkin. Okay, so I think it is. That's how I would pronounce it, but I'm sure.
I'm saying Galkin, but if it's incorrect, please do not come for me.
Yeah, because the hyphenated little thing above the A, I don't know how to say it, so I'm going with Galkin.
Public school in New York. That's all I'm gonna say. Galkin, Monsters of the North. It's probably Gulkin. Never mind. I'm just not gonna say the title at this point. Monsters of the North. That's what it's called now.
Yes.
In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the. Is it the fjords? Fjords? Here we go. I'm gonna butcher this.
What is that? Fjords? 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 Yes. What is that?
Such uneducated messes. How am I going to edit this?
Wait,
hold on.
Why is...
Hold on, I'm going to edit this whole fucking thing. Hold on, give me a
second. But what the fuck is a fjord? Wait, what?
Is it fjord? Is it? Oh my god, I feel like I'm at IKEA and I'm trying to order fucking Swedish meatballs right now. Okay, hold on.
That would be hard. I'd be like, Swedish meatball.
That's what I can do. Hold on. I'm definitely Googling this. Hold on. Should you how much I fucking research? But how do you say this? How do
you pronounce fjords?
I'm gonna have to reach. I swear to God, I'm editing all this out. Thank God.
No, leave it.
No, I'm not.
How to pronounce this word, as well as how to say many hard-to-guess words.
Get to the word.
English. This one is actually pretty straightforward. Fjord. Just consider the
fjord. I was right the first.
Yeah,
I went through all this to sound like a fucking idiot. Fjord. It's a fjord.
Please just leave it in. I could just hear that man. Oh, it took a
Okay.
Oh my god. Us in public is not going to be good. When we are in person, this is not going to be good.
This is going to be horrible. This is so bad for everybody. Okay.
I know.
In a remote northern village, a wicked being rises from the dead, bringing a horde of monsters and demons from the fjords. We've edited this part, guys, multiple times, just so you know. Sorry, we're playing catch up. Fjords to wreak havoc on the townspeople. You'll face icy, horned winged, and wolfish fiends that gradually merge into one giant horror. Then you'll try to escape the belly of the beast. Now, I'm going to say, when I just read this, not only did we get a lesson into, like, what the fuck is a fjord, or we called it fjord, because we're uneducated.
Yeah.
But it said you'll face icy horned winged. I thought it said icy horny. Like, I was like, whoa, what the fuck, HHN?
Bring your Vaseline. Bring your
I'm sorry, I'm still crying so you guys are not gonna get that blooper reel, but yeah.
No.
Okay.
Maybe they should sign up for the Patreon and get it.
Yeah, okay, so we're going to a northern village, and we have totally named every country, but the country it's actually based out of. So we're gonna face iced. I guess, okay, so if they're horned, winged, and wolfish fiends, it's gonna be a lot of mystical creatures, I'm assuming. Okay, for me,
yep,
monsters and demons, it's in general, and that's not just necessarily this theme. It's a weird take for me. Monsters, you know, I love the Yeti houses. I love Yeti. So I do love them. Demons are like hit or miss, and because this is more on like a fantasy type of thing, for me, this is very low on my tier. I'm going to say, for me, yes. I'm going to put it at a D. For me, it's between C and D. As of right now, I will put it as a D. Don't know what your thoughts are on the fjords.
Listen, the fjords are my favorite thing ever. But I'm really excited for this one because I love a good creature feature, and I feel like we are going to get jam-packed in this house. But just by looking at the imagery, I have a feeling it's going to be that one part of Ghostbusters Frozen Empire, like that
so that's the kind of vibe that I'm like getting, which I'm like not necessarily the most attracted to. I understand like it's urban legend and you know, like it's got that, again, educated guess, Norwegian-ish based mythical, like it definitely has its fan base. I'm not its fan base, so that's why I'm like, I don't really have any kind of commitment to it. So yeah, I'm kind of I'm at the bottom of the list of this. I'm like, oh, there's a wolf, there's a puppy.
So you mean like, come here.
You already know anything that's fluffy. I try to take home at HHN every fucking year.
Yeah, I get it. So I don't know, like, would you be comfortable going with like a C?
I'm okay with doing a C, just because I have to hope that there's something really fluffy.
Okay. Well, I feel like we might get the dog to be fluffy. I mean, the fjords are not going to be, so.
I think, is the fjords, or hold on. Is that a river? Oh my God. Fucking it. You know what? Don't ever listen to us ever again. We don't know what anything is.
But you know that what this is what spark is, I'm going to use fjords in some sort of conversation to some person that won't know this conversation, and they're going to be like, what the fuck's a fjord?
There is not a fucking episode at this point that I don't pull up my phone just to prove that I am an uneducated piece of shit. A fjord is a long, narrow, deep inlet of sea. So yeah, it's.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So a fjord is not a thing. It's a deep body of water.
I was like, what is it? I thought it was like a being, but apparently it's a body of water. So.
Well, now we have context. So now we can say that we're going to throw people in the fjord.
That's what I'm going to say to her. That's what I'm going to say to someone. I'm going to throw you in this fjord.
Fjord or the fjord, whichever. I know it's horrible, but if there's like water beasts too, I'm like, that could be kind of cool. Anything that has like a wet house means air conditioning. That's what I'm hearing. I'm hearing air conditioning,
and it looks cold. So I'm happy, and that
goes up a notch.
Yep,
goes up a notch.
I love that you said that because it's cold when they have cold houses and they have the AC pumping. So please, that will be like my midway house.
Yes.
To take the break.
Yes. C. Okay. C, senor. But not the fjord. not the fjord. Oh God.
No.
Don't. We are so fucking uneducated.
I'm gonna throw my fedora in the fjord.
If you ever show up with a fucking fedora, I'm never speaking to you. But that's another story.
I would never.
All right, we're gonna do the horrors of the Wyatt Six. You're about to go head-to-head with the fiendish Wyatt Six at Halloween Horror Nights. Enter an eerie arena where you'll go through an ominous lantern-lit doorway into the Sorry, I'm so crazy. Into the minds of Uncle Howdy, Rambling Rabbit, Mercy the Buzzard, Abby the Witch, and Huskus the Pig. Beware, you're about to meet your match. So, Bray Wyatt was a wrestler. He had passed away, which is really, honestly, it's really, really sad. He was a great wrestler. I loved his gimmick. I don't watch WWE anymore. It's just a product that I'm not really crazy about. It had a moment recently in its time. Then it kind of fell off the bandwagon. I do like AEW. I know that's enough to hate me right there. So I'm excited that there's something in ode to him, but if you have no reference to wrestling, I feel like this is a house that is going to fall very, for me, at the wayside.
Mm-hmm.
Now, as somebody who is not familiar with Bray Wyatt or any of the product or any of that, like, what are your thoughts from somebody who doesn't watch wrestling or know who him and his family were?
So I'll go into it with positives. Obviously, there's some sort of allure to it. You know what I mean? Appeal
Right.
to it. So because it's a house at HHN. So I'm digging the visuals of like the masks. You know what I mean? Like I think that will be good. I just don't know the lore around the Wyatt family. So I can't be like, Arsenio about it. Super fucking pumped. But I'm trying to remain hopeful. But this one for me would probably fall D. Even like, I don't want to like default it to D just because I don't know anything about it, because it seems really like fucking stupid of me, or like just like narrow-minded of me to be like, oh, just because I don't know it, I don't like it.
I don't know, right?
But like, I'm not overly excited about this one.
Okay, so I'll brief synopsis wise. So like, I do have some connection to Bray Wyatt when he was on, but the other part of it too, and I will say when he was on with the whole the Fireflies and stuff like that, so his initial essence, and I'm very curious how they're going to incorporate him since he's passed away specifically. I know it's more about the character and the storytelling, like the other people that are involved, like Rambling Rabbit and Uncle Howdy. My thing is, it does have like that swampy New Orleans kind of vibe. Like that's what his vibe was. It was like that kind of like gritty on the swamp, kind of spooky vibe. That was his shtick when he was alive, which now this kind of transpired into a more like, if you see the masks like this, it's like the bunny rabbit and this pig. I feel like it does have potential. This almost feels like, for me, and you like this house, and I didn't. It was the house, the family house, the birthday. I can't think of the name now.
The triplets?
The triplets? Yeah. To me,
triplets of terror.
Right. And this is not the same wavelength, but in some weird universe, it kind of feels like that, like the closest thing vibe-wise, I would say it's kind of close to that.
Which is game-changing for me because, like you just said, I loved the triplets. I told you I didn't realize that there was a dead dog. I didn't see that the first walkthrough.
Dude, fucking YouTube had to tell me. Thank God. Then you get annoyed when I watch it in advance and I'm prepared, but I'm like, thank God I fucking watched it, because I knew as soon as we made the turn, I was like, that's it. Don't look on your fucking right on the washing machine.
And I didn't even see it the first walk through, but we went back with Jamie and Nick and Seamus from Fear and Beer, and we did it. And then I saw it and I was like, oh, like I audibly was like, oh my God. Like I couldn't believe that I saw it, but I actually I don't know why I liked it. So that kind of makes me feel a little bit more hopeful that I might dig the vibes, because if it is similar, there was just something, I don't know what it was about the Triplets of Terror that I really liked.
Yeah, you liked it, and then I didn't like the storytelling. I thought it was like kind of like a mad dash. It wasn't my favorite house, and I wanted to love it because I was like, ooh, this can be kind of like Devil Rejects vibe in a way. Like I thought I was going to get that kind of experience. I didn't get it. I will say on a sidebar tying into this, I'm very excited that wrestling fans are kind of getting a moment. I know in the past that the Undertaker did have a house in like years past. So I'm excited for my friends who are like so excited for this. I'm glad that you guys are getting a moment. As much as I might not like something, I like when people get their moment, like they're getting their moment to enjoy something that speaks to them on a personal level. So like I'm excited for people. I hope I can experience that same sort of excitement or a touch of it. This is
Lady Gaga house.
Like, bitch, I've been saying that for years.
It's gonna happen.
Every episode you've ever had, I've said Lady Gaga house, Lady Gaga house.
But it's gonna happen because and to your point, and I'm not trying to interrupt, but to your point of everyone is getting their thing. I feel like we got video game and wrestling this year. I think next year it's going to be Gaga because the new tour she's on. It's very dark. I watched the one when she did in Brazil. It's very horror forward. I think
very Phantom of the Opera. Very Phantom.
Yes. I think it's very gothic, and I think mark our words, the next couple of years, I think she's going to be there.
God, I hope.
I know.
I hope.
Listen, I manifested one of these houses, so
that's true. We've been talking about one of these houses since fucking day one. So
yeah, exactly.
And then we thought, what do you call it? Our friend Jessalyn, what does she want? She wants the Wizard of Oz house.
She does, but she got her wish too, because remember, and we can clock this episode. She wanted a Barbie dollhouse, and
that's true. Everyone's getting their moment, and I'm like, okay, guys, save me for last. That's fine. Just give me my moment. Just give me my moment at some point.
You'll get it, babe. You will.
It'll happen. But for now, see, I'm torn. I'm torn with this one because I love Bray Wyatt when he's alive. I don't know how much they're going to actually do with him per se. I didn't.
Do you want to do C?
I feel like I'm going to put him at C. I'm going to put it at C for now, only because I feel like it does have the potential to like. Visually, I think it's really attractive. Because you don't know it, I could just tell you, like I said, imagine dark swamp, fireflies, lanterns, fog. Like that was their entire appeal. When he would come out into the ring, it was all the lights turned off, spooky. He had his spooky entrance, and a massive fog would roll out, and he'd come with his family and then have this lantern and walk slow with his like button down, like real. Yeah, it was gritty and awesome. I don't know the other characters enough to kind of like feel comfortable to be like, oh, we're gonna get that experience. So we'll put it at C. I'm hoping I'm wrong, truthfully.
Me too, because this year, instead of me being like, I feel like my vibes this year are not negative Nancy. Because
same.
I will admit, like a couple years back, I was like, why this?
I know.
Why do we have this? This year, I'm kind of just like, I'm okay with some of these things.
Is it because we're getting older and wiser, or?
I think so, but I think we still have our old lady. God damn it. What the hell do they think? What is this?
I think we're going to criticize it regardless. I think it's just more of like, you know what? Life is shit. The world is falling apart around us. Let's enjoy it while we can, guys.
That's exactly it.
I'll bitch about it, but I'll still be like, I'm out of the house. And okay, cool.
You nailed it on the head, because that's what I was saying too earlier. I just want something to make me happy. And I feel like not putting this in such a pressure and like bubble. I just want to like try to enjoy this. I just want to try to like enjoy some sort of vacation just to get my mind off of the world.
Agreed. So I'm going to pick the next one. I'm going to do, this might be a little, I don't know if we're going to agree on this one, but Five Nights at Freddy. You wouldn't last one night at Freddy's, let alone 5. You're about to start the night watch at Freddy Fazbear's Pizzeria. It could be Foz, could be Faz. We're going with Faz, guys. Did we stop this entire podcast and Google it? Maybe. Where nothing is what it seems. You'll be hunted by the deadly animatronics Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy. As you flee through creepy abandoned hallways, you'll even encounter the ghost in the machines. Another game-based turned movie house.
The only family house.
I will say it's the Ghostbuster, as I call it. It is the Beetlejuice of the season.
It's the palate cleanser of like when people want to take a break, when you want to bring your kids. I feel like they had to throw it in there.
Now, did you watch this with your child?
I did, and I was not a fan.
Okay.
I didn't think it was as great as everyone thought. For me, though, a lot of I can relate to Chuck E. Cheese. So, not that it equates to Chuck E. Cheese for me, because I'm not like excited about it, but I just feel like I get why they threw it in the mix, because they have to have that, like you said, Beetlejuice, Ghostbusters, like that family friendly house. So I feel like that's the only reason why we got it. I'm curious to see what it looks like, and I'm excited for Roz because she's pumped. But like, I'm here nor there with this one, truly, because
I have no commitment to it. I think the Chuck E. Cheese generation skipped me. Like that was kind of after my age bracket, where like my cousins who were younger than me were like going to Chuck E. Cheese, and I was like, "What the fuck is this?" I had no idea what that was. I haven't seen the movie. I don't plan on seeing it. If it happens to be on when I'm on a flight and it's something to watch, it's one of those type of situations.
Yep.
Even though Matthew Lillard isn't, we love him, but
Yes.
I don't have any commitment to that. Didn't have any commitment to the game. I don't have any interest fully. However, however, I do like the idea of walking through a demented fucking Chuck E. Cheese. While it's not my fucking forte, I'm like, that has potential. I don't know the characters. I don't have any, I don't have any connection to anything, but like creepy hallways and like all these those little touches, I'm like, okay, that goes up a notch, where regardless of me liking a movie, liking a show, I think the ambiance still might be enough. I'm hoping they serve pizza at the end of it. I'm assuming that's not a thing. I can only assume.
Could you imagine? That would be top tier. If they gave me a slice at the end of that house.
S tier. That is S tier behavior.
Like, it would be monumental. Like, I would
love that.
I would pass away. Yes.
I would love that, but we all know it's not going to happen. But we get to probably walk through. Again, we're walking through a pizzeria. So, like, maybe we'll smell pizza. Maybe we'll smell it.
Maybe you'll get a good smell that night, babe. Maybe you won't get...
Oh, we're not there yet. We're getting to that one soon.
But, I will agree with your point, though. As much as I'm just kind of like, I feel like out of all of the family-generated movies or things that have come out, I'll take walking through this experience over whatever else possibly could have.
Like Minecraft. Good. Like if it was Minecraft the house. Like, fuck, get out of here.
Go to Disney. Like, what the fuck are we doing? You know what I mean? Like that type of deal. So I will say I'm with you. Like, at least we get the creepy aesthetics. We get that type of thing.
So where are we going though? Are we going B or I feel like we're teetering between B, C.
Let's go. I feel like we should do. Oh God, we haven't done anything in B, but there's some B's coming up. I feel like we need to put that one at C.
You want to keep it at C? Okay, I'm fine with that.
Did you want to go up a notch?
I'm kind of like, it could go either way. It really could go either way. But now we have no other room for C. We got one more, so there's no more C room.
Well, we got. I mean, we don't have to. There's no rules in this game, but I do feel like there's a couple B's for me coming up.
I know.
And there is one particular motherfucking S tier coming up. So, well,
we'll see.
Split it in half? Can we split it in half so like I can put mine there and you can put yours down?
Or we're gonna fight each other. I'm be like, no, man, Terrifier's a D. Fucking what the fuck you talking about? I won't do that to you. I will not do that to you. Mew said spoon.
I'll fucking drown you in the fjord if you do that, okay?
Drown me in the fjords.
As I'm wearing my fedora, okay?
Oh God, that was just a level of incel I don't want to deal with. Okay. All right, so we'll switch it up. I'm gonna pick what's the next random one. Okay, we'll do this one. We'll do El Artista, a Spanish haunting. In 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves to an isolated country manor to seek inspiration. Instead, as he wanders the ghostly hallways and haunted conservatory, malevolent spirits break into her realm through his paintings. He tries to resist, but the art comes to life and possesses him. Now you're about to be part of a permanent exhibition. By the way, that's like a fucking like zinger. Like that whole thing's like,
I know. Like Austin Powers with the booby tits.
I'm like, okay, I'll start this one off. This is giving me Haunted on Hill House vibes, which I'm here for because I did love that fucking house. Not that we're going to get the bent neck lady, but I am a big fan of a couple of things here. One, I love the fact that when we start going into different cultures, I said that before, 19th century Spain, which means that we are going to have, Spanish. It's not even an undertone. We're going to have a very prominent culturally based thing based the Spaniard. And considering some of us here, we do have Spanish in our blood, even though it's small percentages for some of us.
half for me.
I am 7% from Spain. 7% of me is very excited. I think in this day and age currently, in the political space that we're in, and I'll keep it as polished and truthful to myself as possible, I think it's important for us to celebrate different cultures. That right now we're in a really weird time. And the truth be told, storytelling comes in from different countries, different time frames. I think that Spanish people in general, I love the fact that this is a moment in the sun. I also feel like there's so much culturally that we have taken from Spanish culture. So I love the fact that what we had? We had the chupacabra. We've had and I love those fucking houses.
Me too.
Love those houses.
Me too.
So I love that we're continuing on.
This house, as soon as I read what this was, I was so amped the fuck up because I think it's going to be beautiful. I think it's going to be one of I'm calling it, I think it's going to be one of the scariest houses.
Do you think it's going to be scary? I don't know about scary. I feel like beautiful, yes.
I feel like we're going to be this is what I'm going to equate it to.
Okay.
And I'm not trying to take away from Spanish, but I feel like this is going to be like the Dead Man's Wharf, where it's going to be gorgeous, right? And it's just gonna be filled with so much detail, but you will get the sudden ones. I think it's not gonna be like super heavy on the scares, but I feel like this one, I think I worded it wrong. I think this one's gonna be perfectly crafted and we're gonna get really good scares, but on top of that, a great story with the imagery. That's what I'm hoping, because that's what I want from this house.
I think you're definitely onto it. For me, like we have our creature house. I love simplicity. So like even if it's something as simple as like ghost and possession, I feel like this house is it's really simple. It's just this is a haunting house. A lot of our favorite things are based out of possession-based movies or just things that are haunted. I love the fact that this is probably that it's paranormal-esque, and it might not be overkill. I hate when we've had houses in the past and it's like, yeah, it's supposed to be haunted houses, and then it's like we just introduce like random characters. Like, why is there a random wolf here? Why is there whatever? So I'm like, if it kind of keeps with the being haunted and scary, and honestly, all you need is a beautiful house and jump scares, just darkness and fucking weird shit hopping out at you. It's simple, but we'll get the job done for sure.
1,000%. And also too, and this is very like much a personal like thing, but I just feel like a lot of the houses incorporate things that like as a unit we love, like you know Greg and Roz, they're very artistic, so like to have like an artist based house and stuff, I just feel like it's speaking to us. Like it's definitely tones and themes that I'm like, this is very relatable. So I think that's another reason why I'm so excited that we get something in this regard of like a creative nature artist.
Agreed. And I know that like, we're probably going to walk we're going to walk into the house and it's going to be probably them, writing and drawing. Like, you're going to, having the painting. So, you're going to walk into somebody that's just trying to find vision and motivation. I will say that because it's like in 19th century Spain, a tortured artist moves to an isolated country manor. I'm like, good for you. You managed to move out of the country and be isolated away from everything and everyone. If anything, do I stay where I'm at right now? Or do we go to a place where it's haunted? Honestly, honey, I think we're all moving in. That's fine.
Yeah,
we're all moving in.
I called this bed. My luggage is right there.
I'm excited for this house.
Me too. I'm very excited.
There's another house that's on this list that I'm equally excited for, and I don't know where to go with this. This is high for me. This is high.
Me too, girl.
I'm gonna at least put it in the B category.
Do we? Okay, I'm gonna go so far as to say, for me, it's like A.
Okay, because I'm in the BA category.
Yes, I think we could put it in A, and I think that once we push on with the remaining ones, let's see if we keep it or we drop it.
Okay.
Because for me, I'm very this one. I had my eye on this one and I didn't want to say anything, but I'm glad that we both equally are pumped for this one. I'm
really excited for it. It's simplistic. Sometimes I don't want an overkill house. I've said that before. I love simplicity. I don't need a fucking house with, fjords and mythical creatures and
cell block or hell block or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like a thrown together.
That was a clusterfuck. I don't know. I'm not, you know what it is? And this is a total sidebar, but I actually, I had read an entire thing about people who don't like fantasy-based things. Like, I don't like fantasy-based movies. I just don't. It's not my thing. And a lot of people who are like baseline and realism, like I like real, I like grounded. So I have a really hard time relating to fantasy, like folklore and like, mythical creatures. Like I have a hard time like connecting, minus like, oh, it's fluffy. Like that's where it ends. That's it.
Yeah.
So like I love when there's something simple as haunted house possessed. Done. Like my brain is
Yeah.
like, cool, there's realism to it in a weird way, and I can
Mhm.
I can roll with that. So this is I don't mind putting this at A because
Okay.
it has so much potential. I will say I'm nervous though because I'm putting it high on this list.
Me
A
too.
lot can go wrong. While
I
it's a
know.
great concept, I'm like, I hope that you guys have enough. Like, you guys are putting ghosts and stuff. Like, in what format? What are they going to look like? Are we talking like? Are you just putting a sheet over someone's head? And ooh, like, what are we doing here? Like, what?
I know, and like what? Because to me, what I'm thinking, and again, I've said it to you. I haven't looked into the details.
Mhm.
I haven't looked into like the specifics of the thing, but to me, what I'm thinking is like you said, you're gonna walk in and he's gonna be creating
Right.
characters, and then throughout the house, they're going to like emerge from whatever he created. And
Yes.
I think the transfer in the literal sense and in the descriptive sense, I think it's going to it sounds good up here, but I am equally clenching my butt cheeks that it's going to suck and we're going to be like, that what the fuck was that?
Yeah, I
I'm
know.
nervous.
I like being wrong with these. I'm not gonna. This
Yeah,
is like the one time in life where I'm like, I like to be wrong.
I'll
I'm
accept it.
okay to be wrong.
Yeah.
The last comparison I will put with this, and I think the problem is I've set this standard that I almost want to re-experience graveyard games again, and I feel like I'm kind of putting it on the same wavelength. So that's why I'm
Mhm.
like, hey, graveyard games was a great house and it had that haunting vibe, granted through a cemetery, but all you're doing is making it more on the interior than the exterior. So I'm like, it's possible if they go down that wavelength, I'm gonna love this thing.
I'm here for all of it.
Yeah.
I'm channeling, I'm manifesting all the scares and the detail in this one. 'Cause this is where I want
Same.
detail. This is where I want
Oh, for sure.
description. I want a story. There's some in here that I don't need too much. Like I know, you know what I mean? Like this is it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool. This one I want it to be cohesive, beautiful, and executed just right.
Agreed.
Yes.
Agreed. Okay, so we'll keep it at A. We're gonna go to let's switch it up. Okay, hold on. Let's do dolls. Let's play
Yes.
dead. You're
Yay.
about to become wait, see, I didn't read the details, so we're learning this together. Okay.
Yeah.
You're about to become doll-sized and witness the unnatural creations of a twisted little girl. You'll be hunted by fashion dolls. She's melded and burned. Then you'll go under her bed and be stalked by toys she stitched together. You'll end up in her creepy Victorian dollhouse where undead horrors await you. Bitch, I had not read the fucking details of this fucking thing.
And I knew just the size difference. I didn't know all the different, but I heard that
Oh my
we were going to
God.
be the ones that are like the dolls and or like that are being yeah.
Bitch, this is Sid from Toy Story. Like, this is
I know. I just like I can't wait. This is another one that I'm super kind of fucking amped for. And I'm even to the point of like a maybe yes because of
this
the
is
risk that they're
definitely
taking.
I know that we just immediately went to grading it, but I'm already like, this is A tier only because, again, simplistic. And then maybe it's just because like growing up, little girls are Barbies and stuff like that. I don't know,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
there's also, and this is just an added bonus. My husband is terrified of like marionette dolls, and I don't expect a lot of them. But let me tell you something: if they're there, he's going to freak out, and that alone is S tier just for my own like mental spank bank and watching him just completely lose his shit.
So you
Fucked
be
up,
like
but true.
in your bedroom and Will walks in and you're just like, oh, like thinking about
Yeah.
he's like,
Think
what are you
about the
doing?
time he collapsed on the floor. I know, horrible human being.
I'll walk past him and be like, oh, I see Will took this really well. Like,
Will cannot handle this right now. It's so crazy. Like, I'm in a fucking punk band and I tour and I do all this, but marionette doll, no, fucking no bueno, bro.
I know, but it's like it's so funny because spiders. That's how Greg is. He's terrified of spiders, and I'm like, you could literally clop.
He
You could
killed
just
one
step
tonight.
on.
What are you talking about? You did just fine tonight.
No, you know what he did on purpose is he killed it and then left it to drop on the floor so it could bite me. He did that. He's like, oh, it fell on the floor and walked away, and I was like, oh, okay.
We're very vengeful wives. That's what I've heard. That's what I've gathered from all of this.
That's why we get along so well.
But so going back to the your dollhouse, you're witnessing. So again, this is like we're watching Sid's rejected dolls in Toy Story, and we're all getting together. Like that's kind of fucking cool because I always love that part of Toy Story, like the fucking demented the toy with just the legs and the fucking pole or whatever it was. Yes. So being hunted by fashion dolls again, Jess is getting her moment for sure. She's getting her demented Barbies.
Yeah, she literally put that in the universe and got it. Like the fact that we're getting a burnt Barbie.
I know.
Like it's literally making my nipples hurt. I'm so excited for this house. Like I cannot wait. So,
but you end up in her creepy Victorian dollhouse. That alone is like that is under so her fucking bed? Creepy. I know.
Under her bed. Like that's when I was just like, so let's go A.
Yeah, we're going A for this. This is definitely is high on my list. We're going to A for dolls.
Are we getting anything in B tier or getting anything in an S tier? Is this gonna happen? What are we doing?
I'm gonna curveball you. Let's go to here. We'll go to the creme de la creme just because we'll just see how this works. Let's talk about this. It's this house. Some people are talking about it. I don't know. It's called Terrifier.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
No idea.
So let's talk about Terrifier. It's got this clown guy. I'm not sure. Nothing can prepare you for this grisly haunted house based on all three of Damien Leone's Terrifier films. Try your luck against the sadistic Art the Clown in his twisted funhouse. Witness Art's gleefully grotesque handiwork of torture. You'll be left literally dripping with terror and drenched with fear. It's a whole new level of gore. As by the way, I don't even have to look at the screen. I see you're fucking jizzing your pants over there. Jesus Christ.
I'm so excited. You have no, I
do.
I know you do. And that's why I don't even want to talk about it with you because I've talked about it in length even before it was a house.
I know.
I called you. I literally called you.
Yeah.
After they announced it. Like.
You were going to cry. I'm like, you were losing your mind.
Because okay, again, I've said this to you. So I am talking to you, but I'm talking to people. The fact that we are getting an indie fucking house or an indie horror movie that started in 2016 and he is literally like the magnet that's drawing all these people in, and we are going to get gore and we're going to get what they are saying. You think my nipples were hard before? They are fucking concrete right now. Like I am I think I might have a boner too, but like I am so excited. That's all. I'm so excited.
So, and I told you because they just had the Midsummer Scream panel, and I know so Jordana's trying not to learn about the house. I, on the other hand, am trying to learn all about the house because we've heard things, and that's what we're kind of hinting at before. The smells of this house are also supposed to be grotesque. We're talking about scenes of poop smelling like poop. Yeah. They did already hint within this, and they did elaborate, obviously, this weekend, but the literally dripping with terror and drenched with fear. They're saying that this is going to be, you are leaving drenched with water. Or, it's the play on blood. Obviously, they can't, carry everybody. But it's going to be very gory scenes. I've already seen some of the setups. I already know what kills they're doing. I will not tell you that. I'm going to hold that for myself. I know which ones that they're doing in certain locations. I won't tell you. I won't tell you.
I know. But I want to know so bad.
I know. I'm not going to tell you, but okay. I will say that they are saying that it is going to be, and they did stress this, it is going to be the goriest house that they've done so far. It is the wettest house they've done so far. It is the most senses that they've done so far in terms of sight and smell. It is the most bodies that they will have in the house. That's one of the things I can tell you that was in the panel. So we're talking now. I don't know if they mean actor-wise or just physical bodies in terms of certain scenes of just bodies everywhere. Either way, I feel like they're going to put a lot of money, patience, things into this house. So I would not be shocked if this is Insidious times 5.
Well, I mean,
I know. But here's the difference. So this is where I'm going to show all my cards with this, and we've had this discussion. Miss Pretty Killer Podcast over there, massive Terrifier fan. I am one of the only people that I know that has not sat through one Terrifier movie. Don't plan on watching any Terrifier movie. Don't plan on watching it. I don't like gore for the sake of gore. I don't do well with gore. We've talked about this. Which again is like, well, you're not really a horror fan. I'm also not a horror content creator. I don't call myself that. I like spooky shit, and I'm like, that's a generality.
Can I just say something real quick just to insert in here?
Go ahead.
I love horror, but I'm not you know that I wasn't a gore hound either. This is the only, and it's so weird to me because gore was not my thing. And then when this came around, I was like,
you consumed it. You num 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 num. You were all over this when it came out.
And it's so not me. You know that I'm not a gore hound. So the fact that I'm like, this is my new Halloween. This is like my Michael Myers, crazy. But that's so I feel you.
For me, and here's the thing, I would love to partake like everybody else. I can, but I feel like now it's so fucking hyped up on like the gore that now I'm like, I don't know if I could sit through it. I have a really hard time with gore in general. Like I have to be in a decent mental headspace. And TMI, like I've heard that's trauma response. So like I try to watch what I can handle. Like I had seen Weapons. It did have some gore scenes. I was fine. There's movies that like Will's like, if you can sit through this, you know, you probably can. But I'm like, okay, it's a risk I don't feel like taking. It's comical, so I feel like I would like it, but neither here nor there. Right now, I have no commitment to watch Terrifier. It might, truthfully, and these are my takeaways. Going through the house might make me feel comfortable enough to know what I'm going to expect if I watch the movie. So it might give me the opportunity to be like, maybe I can do it. Yeah. Number 2, I love his character regardless of me seeing the movie. We all know that I love the actor who plays Art the Clown. I love him for many reasons, for the shit that he says as an advocate. I think that Art the Clown, even though I've never sat through Terrifier, is belonging on the Mount Rushmore of horror. And I love his character. I love the character. I would love to be able to partake like everybody else, but I do love the fact that I'm going into a house that it's going to be fucking terrifying. Terrifying.
I love it. I love it, but then I love it.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited because this is going to be, it's different. It's going to be different. It's a different fucking house. They are pushing. This is the first real house, if you think about it, that is like gore, balls to the wall gore.
I think the biggest thing for me is, okay, 2 things before I lose it, because I am old and I will lose a thought like I lose, you know, put what a pin in
it. Let's go.
Yeah. So I think that's why I love the franchise, is because of Art. I truly fell in love with him in the first one, because the first one, to me, like if I were to tell you to watch a movie, I'd tell you to start at 2, because 2 is more of a story base. Yes, it is gory, but like, you know what's in 2. Like, you know, there's a bedroom scene. You can just literally fast forward through it. It's no thing, but I think you would enjoy possibly like the story aspect of 2.
Yeah.
With 1, he just reminded me of Michael Myers. You didn't know where he came from. I loved his mannerisms. I loved him. So that's why I think I gravitate towards loving Art so much. Secondly, I feel like, and forgive me for saying this because I know a lot of people don't like to admit it, but there's been a lot of rumblings that HHN is not what it used to be. It's not scary. You know what I mean?
I have seen that. Yeah.
You know what I mean? I feel like we're kind of like as someone who went in 2016 and literally pissed themselves, and I'm not like metaphorically, like I literally peed my pants because Leatherface fucking scared me, and I drank a huge beer beforehand. Either here nor there, it was scary. Every house was scary. When you'd walk around the scare zones, you were getting scared every 2 to 3 minutes. You think you're talking to someone, it's a scare actor. When we've gone, nothing's happened like that. You kind of have to like entice them to come scary. I don't know. It just feels like, I think they're trying to reel it in. And I think that they're holding Terrifier to this, like, you're going to be the person to switch it. You're going to be the one that's going to make it more, it should be for adults. Not that it should be for adults, but you know what I'm trying to say?
I know what you're trying to say, because I mean, you and I both know it's gotten commercialized. So we'll start with there. It got very commercialized. Again, you've had Ghostbusters, which, mind you, I'm a massive Ghostbuster. I think Slimer's behind me.
Yes.
I love Ghostbusters. I love all those things. I love the fact. Let me not say I love the fact. They have to attract a multifaceted amount of generational people coming in. They need to make money. I understand. I do feel that they played it safe for a little bit for a couple of years. I mean, Stranger Things is not necessarily a scary house. It's one of those. It's a great show. It does have like certain essence of it, but like we had Stranger Things for many years. Honestly, we had multiple years of that. Because you're trying to attract the teenagers. And truth be told, there's two things that are true at the same time with this, which is teenagers and the youngins love Terrifier, but also at the same time, Terrifier is scary, and older people, or older generation wise, also equally love it. So this seems to be kind of like one of those things where it's gonna knock down many things. It's gonna attract young horror fans. It's gonna attract old horror fans that are really into this now, but it's also going to attract the fucking crowd that's like, this is scary, it's not bloody enough. It's like, okay, well, here's your house. Yep. Don't go to fucking, Five Nights at Freddy. Go to Terrifier. Knock yourselves out. And I think they have to up the ante every year. We both know this. They have to up the ante. I will say, because this is such a high fucking bar that they've now set with an indie film and has managed to be a worldwide phenomenon. I'll say it now. What the fuck are you going to do next year, my guy?
That's the thing. Is
what are we doing?
You know what I think we're going to do? I think that it's going to be, maybe this is what I want, like a personal thing, but I feel like like you said, it's so mainstream. So it's all of the newer horror. I want an American Werewolf in London. I want John Carpenter's The Thing. I don't want the remake. I want the old houses, or the old movies. I want like the old horror movies, maybe even so much as 90s, like a Faculty House, or just something in the nostalgic vein, but like enough where it's not 2010s and higher. You know what I'm saying? I want like,
I agree,
2000s, 90s, 80s, even so much as the 70s, because there are some bangers in the 70s. So I'm hoping that it transitions to like gaga and nostalgic, not gory and modern, because this is all modern shit. This is everything is popular
here
now.
Yeah, everything here. There's only one, if you think about it, on this list so far. We're almost done. The only thing on this list that will attract the old heads is Jason.
Exactly.
In retrospect, everything before that is either, I mean, and we're just talking strictly IP, but like anything before that, it's Five Nights at Freddy. Again, I'm one of those people where I'm like, I don't give a shit. I feel like if I had a kid, that'd be different. They would like it. I mean, some people do like it if you're my age. Listen, it's not an ageist situation. It's just, just a general majority is what I'm kind of saying. But there's so many things on this list that I'm like, it is lacking nostalgia. That, okay, we have the gore. You guys are covering your bases. Maybe you can't do it every year. Maybe you can't cover gore, nostalgia, kids, this and one, every year. And we got to switch up. I'm hoping that this segues to, hey, we did super gory. You know what? We didn't have so much nostalgia last year. Let's bring in The Thing. Let's bring in like let's give a little bit of whatever. I'm just saying the bar is set so fucking high that I don't see how they're gonna. This is the one house where I'm confident, because now that I've seen what I've seen, I'm confident that this is gonna get executed the way it's supposed to. I'm also nervous though for next year, because it's, like I said, it's such a high bar where I'm like, you're doing Terrifier. What are you going to do? Are we going to have a Terrifier house every year at that point? Because like, what other movie has captured? No, and I'm asking you, because this is more in your realm, but like, what other house can you think of that would be on the same wavelength of gore, attraction, stuff like this, that would attract both modern and old heads at this point?
Oh my God. And see, but like all the ones that I think of immediately are ones that have been overused and oversaturated, like Texas Chainsaw.
I'm just gonna say Texas Chainsaw, Jason, Michael Myers. Like,
for me, this is gonna seem super crazy to say, but like they need to tap into a creature house.
This is the first year, because you and I have talked about this. This is the first year that we're not getting a Universal house. But again, you guys have your own land, so that was the trade-off. Here's your land. I'm sad that we ended on that fucking house last year, if that's the case. If that was your finale, that's not great. But no. I till this day, I'm like, if we're not ever getting a a Universal house again, I don't want to have a creature gift shop. Let's have a fucking creature from the Black Lagoon house.
Thank you. And that's what I want. It's like, I feel like that would be something different, because we're not getting Frankenstein, Dracula, Wolfman, Bride, any of the, and also too, to be fair, because I don't know this, because I'm trying to keep everything kind of under wraps because we are going to Epic. Like Creature makes one appearance, just one in the house, and it's like, why are we literally and Creature is the house and the ride that people want. Give the people what they want. Give us a Creature house. Give us. Ready? Here's my idea.
Yeah.
I think they should do a Jaws house. And I know that sounds so weird.
No.
But when they did Slaughter Cinema with the shark, you could execute an animatronic. You could do fins. You could do an underwater like experience with like the screens, and you could be like, oh, you're in Jaws 3 and you're in SeaWorld, and you could have like a shark coming up here, have it like shake the walkway. So you think there's
Dead Man's Pier alone.
Thank you.
Take so many things from Dead Man's Pier, incorporate Jaws into it. I wouldn't mind, and that's gimmicky. Maybe we're not going to have another super gory house for a while. Okay, whatever, not a big deal. Just throw in Terrifier again, make the people like Jordana happy. They'll be a pig and shit. Go ahead.
But I don't even want the gore. But I want like I'm okay with this being the gore, and then let's, like you said, let's go back to the meat and potatoes of like nostalgic movies.
I would love that.
Like things that people want, and keep pumping out these original houses. Do you know what I mean? Like, I didn't mean to interrupt, but
no, don't.
I don't want like the gore thing. It's not an appealing. It's not like what's really me and me. I'm just still, I cannot believe that I'm going to walk through a Terrifier house. They could totally do that with a Creature house or a Jaws house. Cause you think I freaked out about Terrifier? If they announced a Jaws house, I think I would quite literally pass away. I think I would just die and ship my casket there. Like,
I also think, and you haven't seen it yet, I think the one that people are probably going to suggest is going to be Weapons. That's going to be my suggestion, that they're probably going to try to push for next year. But you have to see it to kind of like grasp it. I don't know if it could be executed as well as I'm thinking in my head.
But for you to even say it,
yeah,
then that's something. But you know what? Another one that I want to add on to here, since we're kind of having like this resurgence of like slashers, give a Freddy Krueger house. What are we doing with Freddy? Why are we leaving him out of the equation?
Freddy's in a weird pickle. I don't know what it is with houses in him. Like, we've had them. I would love to see another like. Then it kind of depends on, do you do like a Freddy universe house? Do you do like a
Dream Warriors? You know what I mean? Like,
I would love Dream Warriors. I would love that.
Do you remember when that was like a rumor?
Yeah.
And I was like, holy shit, like I would be so happy with that. But like, I want something that we haven't seen. Like, I want.
Agreed. Well, like Terrifier. We haven't seen anything like Terrifier. Cool. Let's do it again. Let's do it with something else now.
Yeah, exactly. So like, I don't know. We'll see. This is going to not disappoint on so many levels for me, just because I'm going to walk through the pizza scene. And you know what I mean? I know that because I saw Damien post that, and I'm
you are.
And I look, I can't.
I know.
I cannot.
I know. That's, by the way, that's the one pizza scene or after. I don't want anyone to offer me a slice of pizza during that fucking house.
Could you imagine if they're like, here's
that's
your
fine.
slice of pizza?
That's fine. But we all know that the rumors with, and obviously we're putting this in S tier. Let's just bypass this. We're putting this in S tier because even as somebody who has never seen Terrifier, the potential of it being a scary house, which is why you go to be scared, you go to enjoy. I think that this is going to be a fun house for regardless if you're a fan or not. I think it's going to be it's going to be terrifying. Like the title is going to live up, and again, I think getting those little like Easter eggs from the panel and learning what we're learning. You're either in Orlando you could take a dry path or a wet path, but from what it sounds like, if you take the dry path, you're going to be punished as well. So it doesn't make a goddamn difference. Like, it's literally going to be a tormented house.
There's no winning. But can I just so we have it on the record?
Yeah.
If you walk out of the house and you're like, okay. And I apologize to your husband for this, but like, if you walk out and you're like, I think I could watch a movie, can I just come down and stay for the weekend? Can we just have a marathon? Can I be part of the experience that you get to watch with? Okay. Okay.
Absolutely. We'll sit. I don't know if I could eat food while watching any of it, but
no, we'll eat after. We'll have our charcuterie board, and we'll.
Oh my God. My basic bitch moment. Yes, I would totally.
Yes.
Okay. If I ever decide to watch Terrifier, we're absolutely doing that.
Okay, because I will literally make the trip. I will do whatever I can to make it happen.
That's the motivation. That's how I got to get you down here. Like, I'll even sit through fucking Terrifier.
I mean, I'll sit and watch paint dry with you, but I just think it would be fun.
I know.
to do Terrifier. So,
but on a sidebar, a shark house, not even charcuterie. I know we're talking about fucking meats, but a shark.
You turn the corner into the salami stick.
It's just a board. It's just a bunch of white women with wine glasses. I'm like, oh my god, are you hungry? And it's
Do you hear what Cheryl said?
Oh my god. Let's talk about wedding planning. No, what? No.
Pass the rosé. Yeah, that'd be fun. That'd be Actually, that would be the one house that would scare me.
Fucking terrifying. That'd be a fucking horrible house.
Well, I must say, I'm really liking the fact that our tiers in the higher levels are plentiful, because this gives me hope for this year. This really makes me happy, like even more going forward, that we're gonna potentially have a really good year.
Yes, and we have one more house, so we'll see where this lands. Okay, so we have Grave of Flesh. You say it like that, no flesh.
Grave of Flesh.
Welcome to your funeral. Wait, why am I saying it like that? No, we're gonna go with it.
Keep doing it. Yes. Keep doing
Welcome to your funeral. Where things are about to go from bad to worse. Oh my god, it knows my life. You'll enter your grave and then pass through the gates of the underworld, where flesh eaters who feed on the dead will be waiting for you. Get lost in their cavernous underground world, where an endless gauntlet of flesh-eating creatures will hunt you mercilessly for all of eternity. Why are we saying it like this? This is horrible.
No, I love it. Please keep doing it.
It's over. There's nothing else to say.
Talk like that the rest of the time. Welcome to your funeral.
Welcome to your funeral. Okay, so this is definitely a creature-ish house. I love the fact that we're going to my funeral. If you know me, you know that I have a list of people that I update once a month of who are not allowed to my funeral. So I love this because I'm petty as fuck.
I'm here for that. I love that.
I love the fact that I get to see what it's going to look like and how I'm going to go into the fucking underworld and where I end up as a, whatever creature of the night.
Here nor there.
But yeah, passing through the gates of the underworld. So again, we're getting that, if it's flesh eaters, we're definitely getting, just I don't want to say gross, but we're getting like, dirt, underground. It's got a touch of maggots. I'm thinking worms. Yes. I mean, we're dead, right? So that's the whole objective. We're dead.
This idea, this was the first original IP that I actually read. I'm again showing my cards really, really quickly. I'm kind of excited for this one. I like that we're gonna start with a funeral and like descend into death. And
I do love that.
I like that. I don't know like how else it's going to progress story-wise. That's my issue. Where I'm just kind of like, you're not going to get reincarnated. You're not going to be birthed. You're not going to be born. So like this is it. So where is it going?
We just die. Well, like the second layer of death, whatever this is. But
yeah.
You're totally right, because the imagery is a cemetery and you're looking at these like flesh-eating things underneath. So I'm hoping it starts with like, again, graveyard games, bringing it back again. Starts with your, go from there, you end up in a cavern. So you already know that you're kind of going to be in the really dark jump scare. You know that you're going to kind of get these almost like Creatures of the Black Lagoon type creatures, I'm assuming, educated guess. And you're going to, if it's endless gauntlets of flesh-eating creatures, these are things that are trying to kill you. Well, obviously they're going to win. So unfortunately, spoiler alert, we're losing this one.
Dunzo.
We lose. Yep. You're right in terms of execution. I'm very curious because we've had similar houses. The one that was like the New York subway one was kind of on that a little bit of that threshold. Anything that kind of has creatures that we're not familiar with, like an IP, I tend to get a little nervous with the storytelling. I do like the storytelling. I just don't know how it's going to be conveyed. But then again, this is fucking simple. It's like, bitch, you're dead. Now you're in the fucking underworld and you need to survive the underworld. And it's just like, I think it's pretty simple. I think
it is.
It's and simple, but yet it could go wrong. I don't know. It's weird.
But that's what I like about it, because I'm more on the side of like, obviously we'll know when we get there, like what the story is, but like it's simple. So the fact that we are, and I'm going to repeat it, going into like our funeral, I think that's so cool. So for me, I'm not excited for this. So I definitely don't want to put it in D. C, I'm I feel like I'm in between. I feel like I'm in like a B, C area.
I'm only gonna say B because A, there's nothing in there, and I feel like it's empty. I'll say that.
Should we move things from C to B, and then should we put this one in C?
We have no rules here. Then again, should we have done like two each? Should we have done that? Should we make sure that there were 2 things in S?
No,
and
I
2
think
things
this
in
is.
A.
I think this shows like our honesty, because I think if we were to like do it that way, we would have been like holding back or like giving too much in a house. This is like our true authentic excitement for these houses. I just feel like it's in the middle because I'm really excited for A.
I'm in the middle. I'm definitely in the middle. I do think our S tier and A tier are perfect. I do
too. I agree. So I'm happy with throwing it in B. If you are, or if we want to like maybe put, yeah, I think we're good, because I'm looking at all the other ones and I don't want to move them any higher.
I don't want to move them higher. I don't know. I mean, if anything, yeah, I feel like those are perfect. The only one I might move down, truthfully, would be between Monsters of the North or Wyatt 6, but I'm still kind of like, it's not as Fallout. I have no commitment to Fallout. No. I feel like is where it's at. So I you know what? I think I'm gonna lock this in. I think we're gonna lock this into our predictions as to currently what we think are going to be the houses we're most excited for, what we think it's going to fucking kill, what's going to be amazing, and then we're going to come back, whoever episode that we decide to go on, whether it's yours, mine, whoever's, and we're going to see if they still match up. Like, if this list somehow carries over, man, we're going to play Lotto after that.
Could you imagine if we literally go, like, if we do a clean house and we are just across the board, we win?
I know.
I would play the Lotto, because this never happens. This never happens with us.
I know, but I think this is more of like, again, this is just expectations. This can go either way. We could be totally wrong. Terrifier could be the worst house ever.
I was just gonna say, could you imagine if I walked through that house and I was like, this sucked, like this was not good? But I know,
damn,
there's no way
it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen.
Just, and to know that Art's gonna be like everywhere in the park. Like, he could be in the bathroom, he could be in the restaurant with you.
I don't need that man in the bathroom with me, for the record. I just had my gallbladder taken out. I don't need that. I do not fucking need that.
No, because that would be, I heard that. I'm like, I don't think that he can go into bathrooms.
He might be outside of the bathroom, but it's still, I know that it's going to be him shaming me, and I don't want that.
But okay, here's the biggest question I need to know.
Yes.
Am I going to be judged if I try to hang out with him all night?
I won't judge you. It's expected, universal. However, they're probably going to put out that restraining order that they've been working on for you ever since they announced the house. There's that.
Yeah, I know. But like, when I heard that, I'm like, I'm going to find him and just be like, hey, can we be friends? Can I just walk? Give me one of those trash bags.
But it's you and everybody. Oh, hold on. Okay, we locked it in. I know we're kind of bullshitting, but like, you and everybody else. I'm like, as much as I would love the idea of like Art just like fucking hanging around and sneaking around, I'm like, there's so many fucking fanboys that are going to crowd around him that I'm like, he can't really sneak up on anybody, because everyone's going to be like, I loved you in that movie, and I love when you put the bleach in the, and I'm like, that's just,
they're going to follow him around. You're going to know where he is. And
I know.
That's the thing and that's the other issue that I have is I am beyond excited that majority of the world is either really excited or terrified for this house. You know what I mean? Like, either way, like, not in a mean way towards you or anyone for that matter, of being scared. But I just feel like they're kind of getting back to what people have been expressing that they want. Because back to my point of this never happens with us, I think they're moving in the right direction with what they're doing and the kind of variety that they're adding. I just want to see more of it consistently.
I agree. And I think that they've also taken a lot of we've said things in the past about even I don't want to say it's crowd control, because I think this year is going to I think crowd control this year is going to be rough. I think this year is probably going to be the most crowded. Honestly, I think every year it just continues to go up. I think Terrifier is going to bring such a massive overhaul of people. That's why Stay and Scream is what the fuck it is. Honestly, that's a massive part of it. I will say that I appreciate that one of the complaints that I talked about were the scare zones, for example, and we won't really dive into that, but like they're kind of changing the migration of that because there's so much crowd-wise, and we've said it every year. I've said at this point you need to expand, you need to go into islands, you need to do something. So I like the fact that they're not flooding the walk paths so much.
Mhm.
But in terms of the houses, I'm just like, I love that we're upping the ante, but at some point, crowd wise, because we have to pay for these things. Like, you guys got to pay for these IPs. At some point, and I will bring this up every year until we visit this, we need to figure out an alternative because the crowd control is going to be, I think this year might be a year where awesome houses. I'm nervous about GA lines and even express lines. Even express lines I'm worried about.
Because what was it, like the first couple nights have already sold out for express?
Yeah.
Like, so, and that makes me so nervous because could you imagine I go down there and I can't even get into the house?
Girl, that GA, if anyone gets on GA for Terrifier and does it before 120 minutes, I'll be shocked.
I know, and I'm definitely clocking this year. Like when we started in line, just to see for shits and giggles, but like for the time that we're there, I have already expressed to my party that the first house that we're going to wait in line for is Terrifier, or I'm not going to go with anyone. Like I'll go solo, but I'm not going to do that and wait till later to like bank that it's going to be less busy because it's going to be crazy all night. So I want to hit that at the Stay and Scream, get in line for it. At least if I have to dedicate 2 hours in the beginning, I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that.
I think that's probably your best bet. Terrifier is definitely going to be the house that everyone and their mother is going to go to. So I will say that everyone, if you are still watching and you're still hanging out with us, thank you so much. Please don't yell at me for saying fjord, but or fjord. But I will say, if you are going, Terrifier is the house that's going to be the top house in terms of crowd. It's going to be the top house. Period.
Again, there's this part of me though that I keep, because of course I read comments when it adheres to Terrifier, and I hear people, this saved me money, I'm not going this year. Nah. I'm not going in this house. It's like, fine, for real, stay away. If you don't want to go in it, just don't go in it. Let the people who want to go, like, let them in.
I think for every one person saying they're not going though, there's 5 new fucking fans. So like the math still doesn't math out. I'm like, the math is not mathing. Like, it's still gonna be too many fucking people. It's still gonna be crowded. I'm excited, but I'm also nervous because again, this event keeps getting bigger and bigger every year, and that's what you want. We want an event that we keep going back to and we're excited for, and like we're both excited. But at some point, again, I'm like the balloon's gonna pop, and I don't mean in terms of like the crowds are not gonna damper down for a long time. But crowd control has always been my concern, and this year, I think, is the ultimate test that we might have to see. Something might change after this year. Honestly, something might change. It might be good. It might be bad. I don't know.
What I want is they've already like capitalized on Epic and having a Universal Monsters land. They should just say fuck it and have a year-round haunt and maybe do like quarterly. So like the first 4 months you get these houses, and then they switch. So you can decide like what time period in a couple month span when you want to go. And it doesn't have to be Halloween or October time. I'm spooky all year round. So I would go to a haunted event in fucking March, February, January, Christmas Day. Like I would go. So maybe Universal needs to think of like not a Monsters Unleashed, because that's just like a little, hang out, a little taste of HHN, but like give the HHN people a year-round thing, maybe add some rides, like do heavily themed Universal Monsters, like coasters, dark rides, but like specific to the monsters, and give us a horror land. I mean, Disney's doing villains.
Well, Disney's doing villains to compete with again, because everyone's tit for tat, like they're competing with Epic Universe. And then now we have the Las Vegas attraction, which just opened last weekend. So now we have Horror Unleashed. So, we're talking about that. And that's an all year round 365 attraction. However, that is not a Halloween Horror Nights. No. It's not a supplement. It's a different experience. It's not the same wavelength. However, the one positive thing I will say, because I've seen mixed reviews, we talked about this. They're opening one in Chicago, by the way. So Chicago is also getting basically the equivalent of Horror Unleashed. but they're, oh, by the way, they signed a contract for that, not seeing how Vegas is going, which I find a little odd. I think they should have test run the market for Vegas before we committed to Chicago.
I agree.
But that's my business perspective. But for Vegas, people need to know that that is not a Halloween Horror Night like attraction. Like, you're not getting Halloween Horror Nights in this attraction. You're
No.
not. It's a filler. It's something nice. Like, it's been 7 months. I miss it. Okay, you have something to do if you want to, or if you're in Vegas, which is what I
Right.
said. If you're in Vegas, perfect. I do think, though, this is a good trial run because it's so detached from the theme park. If that is successful, if that's successful on its own, then I think that we should really revisit both California and Orlando, which host your seasonal situation. Then I think we should start having the conversation of going, maybe we shouldn't make this a seasonal event. Maybe we need to expand the land that is at 365 because we've managed to do this. Now, mind you, the rent is different. The bills are totally different. But it's a good trial run. If they are successful doing this in a market like Vegas and Chicago, I don't see why it would not be killer in those two specific markets that they're already seasonally in. So,
and they're doing like a kids land too in like Texas. So like they are popping out these like lands that are specific to things. And I just feel like we got a taste of it in Epic. Like give us the full, because there are people, because let's be real, like horror isn't just like a taboo thing that people liked back in the day. Now it's very mainstream. It's very into like horror. And I'm not dogging that, because as a horror fan, when I was younger, I had no one to talk to because I was the fucking weird one. You know, like how weird was it to like horror? Now it's like the number one thing in the box office that's bringing people into the movies.
Yeah, it's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like I'm happy, but like if you're going to keep milking that cow, you need to produce enough of the cow for the milk to go around. I don't know.
I agree. And I mean, because there's so many, like you have Blumhouse, which granted is not necessarily my favorite production, whatever. I mean, I think that they go so fucking, they have a contract with Blumhouse, obviously, and Megan and the Black Phone. I mean, this is also it is a great platform that if you have a movie coming out, like you take it to, even if you have like a standing platform, like a Megan thing where you meet a character, it's good promotional for your movie. So if you have a horror movie, especially indie films, like all these, there's so much potential. And I would love for them, again, we're biased. I think we both want to see an all year round thing. Is it feasible? I don't know. But because they make so much money and invest so much, and even watching Midsummer and like the planning that they have to do, and watching how packed even conventions are. Again, think of how many horror conventions. They are a dime a dozen now. I don't see why we can't incorporate that. And that's all year round activity. So we're getting to the point where it's going, it might be feasible. We might not have it maybe at the same wavelength as our current HHN, but like I think it's time to alleviate that crowd seasonally by having an all year round something. I don't know what. I don't make enough money to figure out and be the scientist behind it, but I think we're there. We are there. We're at the point to have that conversation of like,
and to your point too, when you're talking about like the lands, I just thought about this. Wouldn't it be cool to have a land where it's like horror based, but it's also not homing in on like the franchise, like the Freddys, the Jasons, but like gave us like a late night with the devil experience. Do you know what I mean? Like where you get to sit and watch a taping of that. And then you get like kind of like Earthquake, or like Twister, when you see the stuff happen, like we're in the audience, Jack Delroy comes out, Lily comes out, and you get like to watch the exorcism. Then you get to like maybe have, instead of like pictures, you can have like a movie clip of you as a night owl. Do you know what I mean? Like give the indie people, because you are facilitating an indie film that has blown up. And I'm not comparing Late Night to Terrifier, but I'm just saying, like, how cool would it be to have an indie film have a moment where they could be in the presence of like movie production and Universal. So I don't know.
It's great marketing. I think everybody would win. I mean, I think it would be a win-win depending on how it's like executed, but I think it's showcasing. And I feel like, why not incorporate kind of like the convention circuit into it? And I know that Universal's limited with land per se. So now I'm just curious as to like, okay, you want to invest in like your Mario, Nintendo, How to Train Your Dragon, whatever. And I'm just like, cool. So thank you for Dark Universe, which only has 2 rides and it's small.
Yeah.
But if you can maybe, I don't know, have this land where like I'm not standing butt to butt for like 4 hours for one weekend and you guys are making fucking buco fucking bucks.
Like banking off it. And then they love it. I mean, it's a cash cow. It is. But like you said, when you are standing in line with people who have been sweating all day and body odors coming, like no one wants to do that for 4 hours.
Yeah.
Like we talk about this in anticipation, like it's fun, but we know when we get there, it's like sore feet from huffing it because you have to literally go from one house to another house to another. You can't even enjoy yourself because the momentum of the lines, and it just gets to a point where like you get excited for it. And then when you get there, you're like, what the fuck did I spend all this money for just to literally stand in line?
I know, but, and I said this before, we've had this conversation before too. My bigger concern, it's not me just being like, I have crowds and it's hot and people, it's not just that, it's the taking it there. Humanity's in a weird place. We have a lot more violence in the theme parks. We have a lot more people attacking scare actors. We've talked about this. I've seen incidences, and mind you, I'll go for like a week at a time and I'll see a bunch of shit, like, which is not a good average. So again, too many people in a condensed space. Like, we just need to look at this mathematically. Too many people in one space equal a lot of problems at this point. So that's where I'm saying, hey, it's not about alleviating because I don't want to stand in a line. I don't feel like standing in a line where I got to worry about somebody with a fucking anger issue who's just starting shit to like start shit. Like,
exactly.
we're talking about alleviating crowds because we really need to like stretch out people on top of people because no one knows how to fucking act. Bottom line.
No, remember the year with the weekend house and like the people jumped the line to go get drinks and they jumped back and then like that whole fight erupted. I was like, what are we doing? Like, why is this a fucking thing?
Maybe part of the problem is you do have in the heat a bunch of fucking people riled up and together. And yeah, you guys are serving alcohol and you guys got to make money. I get it. But here's where the liability lies. The liability lies now where it's going. You guys are so popular. Good for you. You guys are making money. Yeah, you need to stretch out the fucking crowd. It's just there's no other way at this point. If you want to make more money, and you want to put more people in there, cool. We need to alleviate the crowd. If you want to maybe bypass the drama, then you got to put a cap on those tickets. And you and I both know you're not going to do that.
No. And but like, I don't get it. And something needs to change. And I think, like you said, unfortunately, because this is the one year that I'm looking most forward to in a long time, this might be the year where that Levy just fucking boop.
And something might pop. I just don't. It might not be a good thing. It might not be a good pop.
Let's try to. Let's hope it's a positive
vibe.
But we're very realistic, you and I, and we like to like think of things in a happy sense. But
I will end it with this. I'll end it on this note. I also feel like the premium event, because you have the premium Scream event, if you will. I don't know, is this premium Scream? I don't know the name.
Yeah.
If things continue to go the route that it's going, there will be a cap, guys. There will be a cap if we don't know how to act. So let's get our shit together. And the cap is going to come at the guise of there will be crowd control, and it's going to come at the guise that every individual night's going to cost you $300 a pop. So
I know
where every night's going to be a premium night. So I strongly suggest that we don't turn into the 1% fucking, theme park. In order for us to continue to have these nice events, let's just have a good time. So I'm saying, like, let's just be fucking calm and kosher. I'm not trying to get there. I'm not trying to pay thousands of dollars to get into fucking arguments with anybody. But like, I get it. People are fucking like, they want to let loose. Listen, I can't go down the block without a fucking argument with somebody because everyone's riled up. So I'm like, I'm telling you now, if people don't get their shit together, we're gonna have this experience is gonna be premium every night. That's what's going to happen. We'll have Halloween Horror Nights, but it is going to cost you. And let me tell you something, people like me will not be able to go.
I wouldn't be able to go either. And did you see, so you say that, did you see that that sold out? So I'm like,
proving that there's a product and people are going to pay. So that's why I'm saying people need to get their shit together because you're not helping. You're not
If you like the $89 nights, please mind your P's and Q's, let everyone enjoy, do your thing, but let's not ruin it for all of us, because I am like you. But you know what? I'll end it on this. If this happens and it goes to 300, this was a great final year, and I'm happy to end it on
I know.
Terrifier.
This is it. I'm going to enjoy this for what it is, and then I'll just stick to a carnival with a carny who just put together some roller coaster in 20 minutes and get shitty funnel cake for the rest of my life.
We'll go people watch. Yep, we'll be fine. We'll do that. That'll be cheaper for all of us. So maybe that's what we need.
All right, so this is our prediction list. We have locked it in. We're going to come back in, a couple of months. We're going to see how our experiences are, because we're going together and it's going to be fabulous. And we're going to see how it is. We're going to see if we got it right. We're going to see if Universal got it right. And we're going to compare our experiences. We'll even talk about the crowds.
Yes.
So yeah, thank you so much for joining, my buddy, my pal.
Anytime you want me to join, I'm here. I love you so much.
And I love you too. And yeah, so if you guys are going to Halloween Horror Nights, have the best time. Again, hydrate, take care of yourselves. Don't start no drama. It's not worth it, guys. Let's have a fun season. And yeah, we'll see you on the next episode of the Spooky Roundtable, which will probably be in a year, because let's be honest, I'm never on. I'll see you at next year's HHN. It's fine.
Yes, we'll meet again there.
No. But again, thank you so much for joining us, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.